Hey everybody, it's Steve. Yeah, I haven't been making videos. I've been I've been trying to decide if I want to continue making videos, but you don't watch them or whatever. But anyway, maybe somebody will like and share or whatever. But anyway, at this point, making videos is just my way to rant after all the bullshit that we're seeing going on right now. There's a lot of crap happening right now on the QT or whatever. But for this subject here, I've had it up to here. Um, and it's to the point to where it's beyond stupid, and I can't believe that American people are buying this crap. Um, and I'm talking about the transgender world. And let me show you where I'm going with this because the fact is there was a study done what was it last month. 77% of Americans would for the drafting age would not serve in the military. They want to go. They say, well, I'll just go to jail. Okay, that's a felony charge. You're going to felony jail. Um, 11% of those individuals couldn't qualify physically. So, because they're overweight. Now, our enemies see that. And I'm speaking from experience. I've been in Muslim countries, I've been in different countries, I've been in Europe, I've been all over the time, belief, all over. I think I've seen every belief except maybe Hinduism. I haven't seen that probably. But anyway, you are dealing with a potential enemy here that you don't fully understand. I watched yesterday. I watched a Palestinian uh, gathering, I guess, and there were transgenders holding the Lebanese flag, and we're saying, well, we support Palestine, whatever. And the Palestinians kicked them out of kicked them out. Okay, told them to go the fuck home. They were coming to blows. In other words, Palestine doesn't even want to have anything to do with these individuals. Don't jump on our boat. Don't jump on our cause. No, we don't want to have nothing to do with you. At what point do you understand that there are people out there, okay, that want to harm you just for you being you? They're tired of it. I can imagine the conversation. Okay. And I can't speak Pashtun, but anyway, it would go something like this or whatever. It would be like, oh, you man, you have pee. And transgender says, no, I'm a woman, but you have pee. Well, I identify as a woman. Yes. In the Arab world, it'd be really simple. Okay. It's like, oh, okay. You man, you don't want pee. Okay. Here. He'll slice that son bitch up from the scrotum all the way up, take it off, hand it to you, and then tell you to go get him some fucking tea. Okay. And now you want to side with these individuals knowing what they actually do to gay individuals and what they will do to transgender generals, and you call us the enemy. Or we just don't understand. Look, guys, I'm a man. I dip snuff. I fish. I hunt. I just went out fishing yesterday. It couldn't rain. It rained today. But anyway, I'm a guy. I'm proud of being a guy. I have testosterone running all the way through my blood, whatever. They're bigger some bitches than me, littler some bitches than me, or whatever. But you know what? I identify as a man. I like being a man. I like to talk guy shit. I like to do guy shit. I like to talk football. I like to talk baseball. I like to talk fishing. I like to talk hunting. These are the things that I grew up with that I enjoy doing. Now, if you want to be transgender, I guess that's okay. But I don't want to see nobody dancing around my table with a pink tutu and freaking high heels with makeup that looks like you come out of Frankenstein. Okay? How do you think that looks good? I don't understand. Now, all you geniuses out there that are transgender, you're going to tell me that, well, okay, so you told me God made a mistake. God made a mistake. Yeah. Whoever made you or whatever, they made a mistake. And you know better because you just want to change. Because the fact is, you're not getting attention. The way you are now, if you're a male, right, you are a male right now, you're not getting the attention you feel that you deserve. You're not getting attention. You're not being heard. Blah, fucking blah, blah, blah. Welcome to the real freaking world. You go out into the world and you make something of yourself. You go out, you don't rest on everybody's laurels and say, well, you owe me this. I don't owe you a damn thing. Okay? And it's cowardice of an individual, and cowardice of an individual who will say that you may or may not believe in defending the country, the government, or whatever. But let me tell you how it gets down to nut cutting here. It's about you and your buddies doing your part to make sure he gets his ass home to his family. And you say you're not going to go. So you want to put somebody else in your stead because you're too uppity to go do what men have done for this country. If you don't like the country, get the fuck out. But you know what? You really can't, because the fact is nobody will have your ass. Nobody wants to have transgender. This is the most liberal country on transgenderism. Okay? It's an embarrassment. If you're gay, okay, and I know guys that are gay. I mean, I'm not saying I know guys are gay. I've been around. I know guys are gay. I've hung out with the guys are gay or whatever. One of the things they tell me is like, you know what? I can't stand that transgender neither. I can't stand them either. I'm like, well, why not? You know, how does that work or whatever? And they're like, they're giving gay people a bad name. That's why I want to understand this a little bit more. I said, well, what do you mean giving a bad name? What are you talking about or whatever? It's because I'm a gay man. Okay. I don't pretend to be a woman. I'm a man. Okay. I still like man shit. I still do man shit. My partner, they like to do man shit. So it's like you're an embarrassment to not only, but to gay people. And I didn't know that. So I learned something. But now for anybody to come out and say that you're not going to perform your civic duty for your country, well, then let's go through some things, okay? If you haven't voted, if you don't participate in your government, if you do not register for the draft, if you don't do all the things that's your civic duty, shut up. If you don't participate in America, you don't deserve to be treated as an American. Well, voting, whatever. It is the only system that we have in place that allows us to go and vote and for our vote to be counted. Some people say, well, it's all rigged or whatever. Okay. Then get busy fixing it. Take your hair out of the pigtails and go down and fix it. Start trying to fix it. Get 3 or 4 people to feel the same way you do. Next thing you know, you start changing elections. It's a democratic process. But I refuse to allow somebody to tell me they're not going to go do something, but it's required of me to go do it. Who the hell are you? Who are you to tell me that you're not going to perform your civic duty when you reap the benefits of the country that's providing you all your benefits? 36-year-old women, 36-year-old, they're mostly, it's the highest population we've ever had to live at home with a mom. Tell me how that's be proud of. Tell me how that is something that you can put up as an accomplishment, because you're living off somebody else. Back in the day, we called it pride. You know, it's like you go out, you work for a living, you make a good living, or you try to make a good living, but you do the best you can, because you know what? It's important for me to be independent, be on my own, and choose my own path. Now, because of the price of a woman anywhere, so men are walking the hell away. They are. Can't afford them. It's simple as that. It's not. You just can't afford them. I don't know all the other bullshit that we got to put up with women, but hey, can't afford them. Got to walk away. Transgenders, we can't afford you. We can't afford to keep paying for your benefits. We cannot afford for us to actually implement policies and procedures for you that is not going anywhere, that's putting people in the hole, because you got to stand up, you got to earn it. Some point in your life, you have got to earn what you get in one way or another. Okay, you work, you have a job, you go in, whatever. Okay, fine, great. But the fact is, do you utilize the other benefits that you're getting from the country? Do you actually participate? And you say you're not going to go. Being paramilitary, I'm just going to say that we are, and this, I'm not just saying this because, but right now, I'm looking and I'm talking to recruiters and I'm talking to guys that are still in or whatever, and they're telling me this is the worst they've ever seen in the military. There's not enough people. There's not enough qualified people. There are not enough people who are willing to go downrange. They're here to get paid, and they don't want to go out to go defend their country, or go to the place where you're not maybe defend your country, but stand for your country. Whenever you have an embassy somewhere in another country, that's our soil. So a transgender man, I don't see a rush of transgender men rushing to join the military because they're men. I don't. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. The use of pronouns and what I'm supposed to call you or whatever, that's a privilege. I don't have to acknowledge your existence whatsoever. And that's where I've become. That's where I become very hard, because I don't call men and women no more. I don't even fucking talk to people like that anymore, because the fact is, you know what? What gender are you on today? What world are you on today? I call you man. No, yes, ma'am. Okay, whatever. If you don't like that pronoun, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You damn sure ain't gonna like the next one I gotta come out. Bitch, how's that suit you? You know, or asshole. How's that sound for you? Changing the whole English language just for a group of people who can't figure out who they are. Yes, there are individuals that are out there that are men, that they seem to be more feminine. They were raised a little different or whatever, but deep down inside they know they're a man. How lost is an individual who can't even decide that, who can't come to grips with the fact that this is the cards I've dealt. Let me play them. I just want to choose the other side because it's going better over there. And then when it gets better for over here, then I'll become this. Shut up. This woke shit has done gotten out of control, and it's about ready to kick us in the square, to kick us square in the mouth. We got sucker punched on 9/11. Through all this woke bullshit that's going on in this country, it's a distraction of what really is happening in our country, because the fact is that we are losing face with other nations. During the Roman Empire, a Roman could walk everywhere, anywhere in the world. He would walk anywhere in the world that he wanted to and not be messed with, because he was Roman. Why was that? Because if one Roman soldier was harmed, or one Roman was actually harmed by another group, Rome would attack the entire freaking country. Don't mess with freaking Romans. We used to be that way. But now we've got over 150 something attacks in Iraq. Right now we got North Korea shooting missiles at South Korea. We got the biggest blockade buildup that we ever had in the Red Sea, and they're still starting shit. And I don't know, open borders, there's got to be a limit on that. Give us, you're tired, you're poor, you're hungry. That's great. But even during the time whenever migrants was coming to America to escape religious persecution, they were still screened. They were screened to the point to where they were actually sit down. They had an interview. Have you been sick for the last 6 months? Have you been sick? Have you had this shot? Have you had this shot? And if you didn't have the shot and you showed symptoms, they'd quarantine you for a period of time to make sure you didn't have it, so you wouldn't spread it. We're not even doing that. And while we're on the subject, all you mask wearers, why aren't you up in arms? Because not one person coming across the border's got a mask on. But you got the nerve when I go up here to Burger King, tell me I got to wear a mask in there. But what's the matter? I got 12,000 people coming across the border in Texas a day. Not one of them got a mask. It's time we face the bullshit of what we're going through. It's time to stop being politically correct about everything. It really is. Okay. It's time for government to get out of our business. It's tired of government trying to run every facet of our life. It's time for government to stop spending. We're at $34 trillion in debt. Your grandkids, their grandkids, and their grandkids ain't gonna be able to pay off $34 trillion. But yet we got people that are still asking for more. They're asking, well, I should get some more benefits because I'm transsexual. I should, they should pay me. They should pay me for the trouble that they put me through. And reparations for Black people, okay? Okay, where's that going to come from? But the fact of the matter is that, guess what? I wasn't there. I don't know anybody who was there, a slave owner. I know my family wasn't a slave owner. My family, we were them damn Confederate soldiers who were walking barefoot because we couldn't freaking afford shoes. Because they told us we had to or they chewed us. So why do you still want people to pay for the past wrongs that some people have done? If anybody deserved reparations, it's the Native Americans. I mean, hell, at least they were here before. They were here before. And who else we got to pay reparations to? Okay, the Chinese, they came over, they were slaves. Irish, when they first came over, they were slaves. They finally got a decent level. They ordered a nickel a day. Irish people were so damn poor they didn't make enough money. Kids were actually 10, 11 years old having to go work in the mines or in the sweatshops just so the family could live. So it is imperative that people wake up, understand what's going on, get your head right. Because the fact is, when that day comes, I'm not talking about judgment. I'm talking about that day when you fully realize how far that we've actually gone down this ladder. How far we have lost superiority. We have lost all our gotten gains to be respected as the leader of the free world. We are not anymore. We are getting ready to get our ass kicked. One of the big major concerns right now is mass shootings, and that's a problem. Well, I'm just using cowboy logic here. People say, well, why do we have all these mass shootings? Why do we have because you got anybody there to shoot back. And the freaking numbers say it, because the fact is here, like, you know what? How many of those mass shooters, guess what? When the cops showed up with guns, they shot themselves. Mass shootings is another issue altogether, and I think it goes back to the result is that, you know what, we are spoiling our damn kids rotten, and we're trying to give them too much. They never get they never get outside. They never experience life. They have no social skills, and all they know is how to talk on a headset at a video game. Okay, what's that going to do for you? I don't see. I see I see Take America laying people off. And for people who have actually are complaining about their student loans, okay, well, you know what? You took the shit out. You got the free ride. You took shit out. I don't want you spending. I don't want you spending all money. I don't care. But the fact is, you owe money. And guess what? The government's going to come take a big chunk out of that. It's going to take 32% out of your check if you go delinquent on your student loans. They're going to take 32% off the top. You're not even. It's not even going to go to your bank. It's going to be the same way that they treat child support. Child support, you get behind a couple months, boom, they garnish your damn wages right there, and then you don't even see it. Don't even argue about it. Don't even say it because your employer gets it. Yep, you have no say so in the matter. 32% of your income is gone. So you better figure out how to make up that 32%. But no, we want a free ride. I want to go to school, but I want a free ride. Well, okay, you decided to master or get a PhD in basket weaving. Not me. I know guys that have been working in oil field since they were 17. Hell, they're living large. They're already retired, living large, loving life on the lake every freaking weekend. But they paid their dues. And they worked their ass off to get where they're at. Why do we insist on running away from hard work? Why do we insist on having to work for something? Why do we insist that it's bad to put in a hard day's work and you know what, get off and come home, enjoy life, get up, do that shit again? Most of these generations, they'll tell you this right now, well, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that. No. Well, you know what? Somebody's got to. If you can't earn your own way, guys, you're not going to last very long. So I totally am at awe with the amount of bullshit that's going on. I am totally dumbfounded and cannot. I thought maybe it might be a fad or something like that or whatever. Okay. But no, it just keeps getting stupider. We just keep getting stupider and stupider and stupider. When's it enough? When are enough people going to say, you know what? No, that's just freaking wrong. I don't believe in that. That's just freaking wrong. But see, this is what's happening because everybody doesn't want to be the bad guy. Everybody doesn't want to be the one that stands up and says, no, you know what? That's not right. I don't agree with you. Get out of my face. What happened to Riley Gaines? Anybody stands up to this transgender movement or these movements or whatever, guess what? You're the bad guy. You know what? You're the bad guy for having beliefs besides what we want you to believe. That's repression. We're going to rob every store. What good does that do? You're going to rob every store in the freaking neighborhood, and guess what? Then where are you going to go buy groceries? Maybe we can start being human again. Maybe we can start thinking about how our actions affect others. Maybe we should actually start thinking about some people other than ourselves. How many of you people know who your neighbor is? I remember it used to be a deal when I grew up here in Texas. I moved from Seattle when I was stationed in Fort Lewis. Fort Lewis? I went to Madigan Hospital. It's Fort Lewis. Anyway, so I remember I used to come to Texas. I was always, we drive down the road, wave, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Everything's all right. Hello. Not saying anything, not just wave. Just a little wave. Notice you're there. Shit like it. People don't even fucking do that shit anymore. Don't even wave at people. Don't even want to know people. Want to go home, go home, get in their house where it's safe, and they actually don't have to deal with anybody else, and they don't have to worry about anything else because they know the government's going to bail them out. And then you tell me you don't want to participate in government. You don't want to participate in the wars we fight. You don't want to participate in being American or whatever. You want to go somewhere else. Go. That's one less road on the traffic. That's one less road. That's a car on a traffic jam out there. There's one less car. Go. See how they treat you in Mexico if you're transgender. But stop being stupid. We're stuck on stupid. And the thing about it is that nobody understands this because it's stupid. It's do something stupid today. Somebody wants to out stupid it tomorrow. And I'll run this down for a scenario. And this is basically where I'm at right now. And I'm going to cover the laws. Okay, there's individuals out there who think that we should not be able to carry weapons in places, certain places, because it intimidates them. They how they forget the weapon is a deterrent anyway. It's just telling you I'm armed. Don't start no shit with me. I'm armed. I don't play your bullshit. But they're uncomfortable going to dinner, or they're uncomfortable around you having no weapon. Okay, well, let me ask you the same dumbass as this question. You sit in a world in that same restaurant where there's 15,000 freaking nuclear weapons pointed at your damn country right freaking now. You feel comfortable now? You have a president who can't even spell his name without using crayons. He can't stand up. He can't even make sense of where he's at or whatever. And he's close to nuclear. He's got the nuclear launch codes, if he can remember where he put them. So you're telling me what I can and can't have. Okay. Then we're going to go back to the point where, what I can and can't have. Well, my interpretation of the Second Amendment is to actually be able to actually have a weapon to defend myself against a tyrannical government. If my government turns on me for some way, shape, form, or fashion, I need to have a way I can fight back. They got AK-47s. They got armed personnel carriers. They got all this kind of crap, whatever. They want me to have a single barrel shotgun. So I have a single barrel shotgun. I got an 1851 Navy Colt revolver, all of them black powder. That way I can't get in no damn trouble. But then I think about it. Let me say if I go into a grocery store, I go into an area where there is a mass shooter shooting people. I got to think about that. Because not only amongst a group of people who despise me for carrying a weapon, but now they're looking at me because they want me to help them. Please save me from the shooter. Please save me from the shooter. You see the double standard here? And then I got another decision to make. It's the decision I got to make. Okay, if I pull on this son of a gun, I shoot him, I'm going to be arrested anyway. Because I got to prove self-defense. He could go in there and shoot all these people up or whatever, but I would have to prove self-defense. Well, did he point the weapon at you? I don't know. There was 10 people laying down. I just figured he was going to do so. Well, that's not enough. That's not a reason. So you're going to go hire an attorney for $50,000. Probably be jail, make bail. That's another 10 grand. So you're already $60,000. You're $60,000 in just trying to help other people. Still, you got to then you got to go in front of a jury who may or may not. Well, he shouldn't have had a gun anyway. Oh, what about the 10 people that's laying over there dead? Well, that makes no difference. Okay. So now I got to plead self-defense. That means that I got to make sure he's pointing at me, and I take that as a threat in order for me to shoot him. But it's not enough. Did he aim the weapon at you? Yeah. Did he shoot the weapon at you? No. So in other words, I got to go into a store. 10 people are laying down, bleeding out. One son bitch with an AK-47 pointing directly at me. Okay. And I got to wait for the son bitch to shoot at me before I can shoot back. Well, I want to do that. And if I utilized my training as a combat lifesaver, and I went to these individuals to try to stop the bleeding, start the breathing, stop the bleeding, protect the wound, treat for shock, all these things that I was taught or whatever. If I go and do that and I save this guy's life, but I put a tourniquet on it, and for some reason he ends up losing his leg, I got a civil suit on my ass because the fact is they will tear it apart that I didn't apply the tourniquet correctly. So first day, I'm like, fuck no. Dude, you're on your own. I can't afford to take that risk. Because the fact is that even if I save your life, even if you're as soon as all the shit's going on done and whatever, you know what? I'm going to be the only one standing because I guarantee you, I'm gonna pop a cap in that guy's ass. He's not going to be there. Then they're going to throw me in a dead man loophole to where the fact is now they're not going to release any videos. They won't release any information out because the people could look at Uvalde. It took 2 years to get the damn video. I mean, 2 years I'd be sitting in freaking jail. All for defending somebody who didn't want to be defended, for an individual who didn't shoot at me, but was going to shoot at me, who I would have had to take a chance on getting shot and getting killed myself. So what do I do? There was a time in my life I would have said, you know what? Pop a cap in that motherfucker, pop a cap in his ass, go help as many people as I can. Triage the situation right then. So when the paramedics come in, they know exactly who to go take first, what actually has happened, what actual safety measures or whatever medical measures I have taken to save this individual's life. And there comes a time where I can do all I can do because I'm running out of time. But now I got 10 individuals there, 10 individual civil lawsuits on my ass right there. So what do I do? I'm not required to issue first aid. I'm not required to take out the shooter. I'm not required to do anything except for save my ass. This is what we come down to. Where are the good people who would have said, screw that, and go do it anyway and take your lumps? Meanwhile, you're sitting your ass in jail for actually preventing this individual from shooting other people, 10 people laying on the ground, and you're sitting in jail because the fact is you went over there to help them. You didn't save their life, or you tried to save their life and they come out, they didn't come out exactly right or whatever. So now it's your fault. So guess what? You're going to go to jail. You are going to get a civil right. You'll never have any money again. All because you trying to be a big guy, do the right thing. People, the old way we used to do things, common sense, it's gone. There is no more common sense. When you have men dressing up as women, that should be your first clue. We have no common sense. You have to rethink your goals, and you have to rethink things, the way you would do things, because the ultimate goal is, because the fact is, you know what, you're gonna go down before anybody else goes down. Just because you took action to save people's life and to help people, you're a criminal. Got more to come. Anyway, thank you guys. Please please share it with somebody else maybe feels the same way or whatever. If not, I'll probably get banned on YouTube. So anyway, like and share. See, comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If I've lost my damn mind, tell me about it. I got thick skin. I can take it. You guys keep your powder dry. I'm out. I heard Russ. Where's the